You said you're not in the habit of supporting people who attack your wife and attack your family. Do you still stand by the pledge to support whoever the nominee, even if it's Donald Trump?
Well, Anderson, as you mentioned, what I said is true. I'm not in the habit of supporting someone who attacks my wife and attacks my family. I think that is going beyond the line. I think our wives, I think our kids should be off limits. They don't belong in the attacks. And listen, I'm not an easy person to tick off. But when you go after my wife, when you go after my daughters, that does it. And I think I want this race to stay focused on policy and issues and solutions to the real problems facing America. That's where I'm going to stay focused. But if other candidates don't, I think that's beyond the pale.
So I just have to follow up. If Donald Trump is the GOP nominee, would you support him?
Let me tell you my solution to that. Donald is not going to be the GOP nominee. We're going to beat him.
I would be remiss if I didn't follow up. That's my greatest failing. That was the question earlier for you. My greatest failing is sometimes I don't follow up, so not to give in to that. I mean, I got to ask. I will assume by you not saying you would support him that the answer is you would not support him if he's the nominee.
I gave you my answer. Listen, I think nominating Donald Trump would be an absolute train wreck. I think it would hand the general election to Hillary Clinton. Poll after poll after poll shows Donald Trump losing 10, 11, 12 points or more. I don't want to see the White House given over to Hillary Clinton. I don't want to see us lose the Senate and the House, lose the Supreme Court for a generation, lose the Bill of Rights. I think nominating Donald Trump is a disaster. And so the answer to that is not to scream and yell and cry and attack him. The answer to that is to beat him at the ballot box. That's what we're working every day to do. It's what we're campaigning every day here.
Honestly, he doesn't have to support me. I'm not asking for his support. I want the people's support.
Do you continue to pledge whoever the Republican nominee is?
No, I don't anymore. Look,
you don't?
No, we'll see who it is.
You won't promise to support the Republican nominee?
And he was essentially saying the same thing. Let me just tell you, he doesn't have to support me. I have tremendous support right now from the people. I'm way over 2 million votes more than him. I have many, many more delegates than him, like many, many more delegates. As I said before, you know, he was talking about his great victory the night Utah. Well, I won Arizona, many more delegates, many, many more delegates. I don't really want him to do something that he's not comfortable with. I don't want people to do something against their will, Anderson. I could see that he was having a hard time with a very simple question that you asked him. Would you support? Well, I think I'm going to win. Okay, he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to support me.